Letting go. It's a very important word when it comes to grief and regrets. What does it mean to let go? We all live lives that are full of regret and misfortune. We all struggle and fail. No matter who you are, we all have these moments in life where we say, I wish. It's a sentence used in either hoping something would happen or regretting an action you took, or inaction in some regards. The world has ended like you wanted, Mark, and all of this was for you to grasp this single concept. I was doom scrolling through Insta Reels and I found this one reel talking about an indie game called Until Then. They described it as a game that takes place in the Philippines where something is off about the world and you have to discover what it is. But it was much, much more than that. Hello, hi, yes, enters Mark Portia, our protagonist of this game, that hates cleaning, apparently. We can interact with some stuff around the room here. What caught my attention is this small piano. We sit on it and start playing. Greg's wedding day. Well, that wasn't bad. Wasn't good either. Mark, quit music forever. We open up our phone to read some emails. The first email is a rejection email from version 23. It's a piano community from the looks of it. I think we know why he wasn't selected though. A scam email, gotta love those. Do not read it! And an email from a person named Paolo. Hey son, sorry to keep you waiting, but still no update on our homecoming. The situation here is on the stats legs. One of our electricians was shocked to death in an accident. We might be required to work till next year, or someone else might get hurt. I don't know. If things get in good shape, we'll see you. We'll try. I'll ask your mom too, when she reaches back to me. To us. Hope you're doing well in school. Love you. Featuring this game that I should talk about is the phone. You can view emails, browse Facebook, and text your friends, but all in the form of scripted sequences. I think what we understood from Paolo's email is that Mark's parents are living with him and they might be not coming home for a while. Nonetheless, let's get ready for school. We get a text from Luis or Gina. Man, that is one hell of a name. Talking about some slide decks. Man, you know Mark, he don't care about some spoon shenanigans. Get out! Oh, he actually didn't make them. And he also died. I think you can see what kind of character we have in our hands here, folks. Anyways, we make a bunch of unfunny jokes to some strangers, get our ticket, and someone called Ryan Soriano texts us. This is our other partner in the group project, and he tells us that this time Luis could actually kill us. Might be feel the best to hurry the hell up then. Gotta love these. Facebook is so not interesting at all. At least they don't have Twitter in this universe. While browsing though, we found an article talking about something called The Ruling. The ruling. Stay with me here because this is very important. It's more or less the end of the world. Hurricanes, earthquakes, tornadoes, and tsunamis all hitting the Philippines at once, and it's around 308 recorded natural disasters. These natural disasters didn't just hit the Philippines. In fact, they are one of the lucky ones. But there are 461,000 casualties that has been recorded in the Philippines to this day. This article shows the entire timeline of the ruling and what happened during it. And it seems it has stopped for now. And the president is trying to rebuild what was lost from the victims of the ruling. On a more positive note though, we do find a piano club and Mark seems interested in it. We also get a text from Ryan. He is on the same train as us. Well, I hope we can finish the slide deck sometime. Wow.
Wow. You never cease to amaze with that hand-eye coordination.
I can't believe we did it. Again.
I'm really sorry for being a troubled groupmate, man, but you did it.
Don't apologize. This is thankfully the last time I'm posting you up. But seriously, for the 9th time, I can't believe we did it.
Did what?
This is Louise Ordina, the popular girl in school. The typical type, pretty popular, basically anything you dream of in a woman, she has it. And yeah, did I mention she's a gamer too? And no, Dark Fiends is not a Dark Souls reference. And yes, Mark II is head over heels for her. This conversation here is very interesting. Louise, while talking to Mark, brings up that she is happy that the raining has stopped. And Mark is like, what in Trump cheese are you talking about? And he says that it hadn't rained the past month. Strange. Whatever. Let's go get introduced to the rest of the cast.
Oh, hey, Mark.
This is Catherine Porciolo, our best friend, and she also likes Louise. Well, that's men and women for you. Something that I highly...
Out of the question?
This is Rylan Gonzalez, also our best friend, and he's a photographer. He seems to be very popular with women, which is something I also really like. Rylan seems to be the creative type, and the hot one in the group, attracting all the ladies, while Cass is the sassy one. Mark, on the other hand, is... What are you again? Nonetheless, Rylan brings up something interesting.
You guys have grown up so fast.
You're growing up faster. I mean, look who's directing a short film here.
No one even knows what it's about.
In due time, my friends, the wait will be worth it.
Just make sure I don't shudder in distaste when I watch it.
Well, as long as we get to watch it together, that's good with me.
Of course. And if you want, I can even ask the producer to arrange a private screening. Just for you and J-Boy.
Huh? What did you say? For me and Mrs. Louise?
Or, who knows, one of these new students might top Luis.
How dare you speak so ill of our goddess?
Wait, what? Did you say new students?
Word's going around that these new students will transfer soon.
That's strange. 9th graders?
Don't know. That's all we have right now.
This is the second time we had some sort of a screen glitch weird effect thing. First with the rain and second with the new students. What is exactly going on here? It's a late night. Mark's talking with his friends about prom night when he suddenly gets a text from Louise. She is inviting him to one of her chess matches. Did Mark raise her? Probably not. We also get some info about the new students. They are both girls according to Louise here. This one here is Sofia June Rubio, Louise's best friend. She's a very energetic, loud and bubbly girl. We leave Louise to do her thing because watching chess match is as exciting as watching paint dry, as long as you don't have a YouTuber screaming at your ear for 40 minutes. Okay, just gotta do this. Okay, I'm filling in a minigame made for children. Don't worry guys, I won. This interaction here is very important since it gives us some information about Louise, or well, who she used to be. Lately, Louise was a very cold-hearted person. She didn't care about anyone or anything except her studies, but that changed, and now she's trying to socialize more. We go back to Louise and she apparently won the match. We start planning to celebrate Louise's victory, but while in the middle of us talking, Sofia gets a call. And for some reason, after she returns back, she looks to be in distraught. Sofia tells us that she can't go with us because something came up and she has to leave. Now, it's only Mark and Louise. We sit down with her and she tells us that Sofia is going to see her grandma at the hospital. Her grandma is currently in intensive care, and apparently she is a victim of the ruling. Also, Louise has a boyfriend. Bro failed before he even started. That's crazy. The boyfriend's name is Mike. He's a lead guitarist in the band and a vocalist. But that change that happened to Louise, it actually makes sense now. Her boyfriend was able to give her a new perspective on life, apparently. After a bit though, Louise then brings up the real reason she brought us here.
Okay, about the thing I've been meaning to tell you.
Yeah?
You know, you caught me back there, and I've been thinking hard about it. It hasn't really been raining, has it?
As far as I remember, yeah, it's been hot and dry, and rainy season isn't supposed to happen for a couple more months. You know, we can look it up right now, just to be sure.
Okay. How mindless of me.
We check our weather app and see that yes, there hasn't been any rain recently.
So?
My memory serves me well. Nothing, not even a raindrop.
That's bizarre. It was raining outside my room last week. But it can't be.
Maybe a vivid dream? It might have been one, and it felt so real to you.
Tell me, did you ever have a strong deja vu? So strong you feel highly confident that it happened, but it actually didn't?
No, probably just a small one I forget about in no time.
You see, I talked to 3 other people, and we are sharing the same experience.
False memories?
Confabulation, you mean? No, it can't be. It can't possibly be this common, let alone shared.
It might be some kind of unusual coincidence.
It could be, but the chances are extremely slim. You're even likelier to win the lottery, twice in a row. I badly need to know what.
Mike then arrives, cutting our conversation short. This is really weird. A raining that never happened that is remembered by few individuals. I don't think deja vu has this sort of connection between people. Something is definitely up, either with the weather itself or the memories of these people. I would have crashed out too. It's a late night and Mark is going to the convenience store to meet up with Kath. The rumors surrounding Louise have started to come out and people started to think that maybe, yes, she has a boyfriend, according to our friends Ryan and Sophia here. After a bit, Kath finally shows up. Apparently, she also heard the rumors and she's obviously not so happy about it. Mark then brings up the names of the 2 students are out, and Kath, being the damn bad person she is, decides to stalk their Facebook accounts.
Let's see. Dear teachers, please be informed of our 2 new transfer students. Blah blah blah, useless shit, blah blah. Nine Pearl will have welcomed 1 new student.
Hey, that's ours.
Just 1? I hate life.
And her name is Kate Corpus?
It's a girl though. Sounds crushable. Alright, moving on.
Whereas 9 Sapphire will also have welcomed 1 new student.
And their name is...
Nicole G. Laxamana?
Impressive. Louise got it right. Rumor mills are on another level these days. Mark? Mark!
This is the second time these new students had this effect on Mark. Not only that, but he is saying that Nicole's name sounds familiar.
Why the hell does it feel like I've known them? I know her for so long. Could this be whatever Louise was talking about?
Again, this is not normal. What is going on with these new students and why them specifically? Transitioning from that, Kathy gets a call from her mom and sounds like she wants her home. Their action on Mark and Kathy though, it reeks of discomfort. Her mom seems to be one of these strict parents. Maybe that's why. But then...
Whoa.
Why? Were you born yesterday?
It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah?
And now it's pouring down. Like it's reaching out to me.
Hey, you're gonna catch a cold.
Thanks.
Okay, speak up. Didn't you take a shower today?
I did, but the water at home stinks. I'm sick of it.
You're acting freaky today. What's gotten into you?
I could say the same to you, you know?
Why do you look so impressed?
Damn it, Mark. Have you forgotten? I told you I'm a pluviophile.
Pluvio what now?
It ends with file. Guess.
You like getting wet? Sorry, that sounded funnier in my head.
No, dumbass. I love the rain.
Then I must have forgotten.
Hey, try this out. Reach out your hand. Like this.
And?
Do you feel it?
Yeah, it's rain. Duh.
The raindrops. Feel them slide down your wrist gracefully.
And?
You will never understand how a pluviophile admires this.
Since when did you get this weird kink?
You dickhead. Say, have you ever wondered how butterflies fly under the rain?
They don't?
Right. They're powerless against this powerful force. They just hide wherever they can.
And what if they can't find a place to hide?
They get tattered. Or even die.
I can tell you were listening to Miss Alma.
Biology was this shit, man.
So, should we go home now? Gotta study for exams tomorrow, you know?
Liar.
Gotta study tomorrow for exams, I mean.
Liar.
Gotta sleep all day.
Attaboy.
I just remembered. Where's Rydell? Is he coming?
No,
Missed the memo?
no, the exams won't let him out. He's missing yet again. God, I wish he was here.
Then we'd push each other out of the umbrella.
Then Rydell's face will fall flat on a puddle.
Then I bet you will get so rain-soaked.
Nah, I bet you will clumsy trip in one push.
Though I wouldn't recommend pajamas for that.
Hey,
Yeah?
if you dickheads will ever run away from me, I will never forgive you. You get that?
On behalf of Rydell, copy Princess.
We get to school early today. Kath wanted us to come early, apparently. Mark also gets his exam results, and wow, he is a bum, nearly failing every single subject. Well, he did fail one too. Sigma boys don't study after all. Why did I write this? I'm the one that wrote it. I'm gonna kill myself in the past. Mark sits down on his desk, and something catches his eyes. The advertisement to the piano club. This is a different song than the one we used to hear. A very distant melody, like he's trying to remember them, but he just can't quite get it right. We get a flashback to someone playing the piano, a woman. Oh no! We get another flashback talking about a talented kid and asking someone if they like it. Nice one, good job. Painting the reason they came to school early today was because they want to be the first to talk to the new student. And what I mean by they, I mean Kath. When I mean Kath, I mean down bad. But as you guessed, Kath's res level is literally in the negative, so of course she pushes the mission onto us, despite being confident 20 seconds ago.
Sorry for the commotion back there. That was just my friend who's, too friendly. She's just like that sometimes. Look, I don't want to meddle in your affairs, but I just want to welcome you. This place sucks, but it's got its moments. As expected, I'm talking to a wall. This is pointless. I'm out.
Wait,
Go ahead. You're free to make a comeback.
did someone tell you
Tell me what?
about the... Never mind.
Want to talk about it?
No, you may leave now.
But we just talked. Kind of.
I'm not fond of all this yapping.
Okay.
Name's Kate, if that helps you shut your mouth.
I'm Mark. Nice to meet you, I guess. And that's our new classmate, folks. Hooray.
Kate seems to be really introverted. Not the cute, shy introverted, but the screw you introverted. At least we know her name now. Kath, your res level is literally down to the core of the earth. Why are you surprised? Mark then decides to do something out of this world. Something I honestly was surprised at first that he did. But he did it. He really did what he did back then. And when he did it, the thing that he did was... Okay, we don't really have all the time in the world, bro. Wake the hell up. Anyways, Kath is holding an art piece, and Mark does not have an art piece. Which means he has to really think about this one. I wonder what it is. I really wonder. It's over.
Motherfucker, run! Raiden! I think it's Raiden! He's right behind me, Raiden! Raiden, please stop!
Out of all the numbers from 0 to 50, I got a score of 13. Ouch! Could this day get any worse?
Hey, Mom.
He's British. Cut the show off. Cut the show off. What do you think this is? The 19th century?
Hey, Billy. My guy, What's up?
What's with the last minute rush today? Need anything? Marker pens, printing, Xerox?
I did need something, but I don't think I'm in good shape to cram now.
That girl isn't in good shape as well, it seems.
Uh-oh.
You monster! I don't need your hand. I have two, and I can stand on my own, okay?
Hey,
What's your deal?
Sorry, but I didn't mean to...
Didn't mean to ruin someone's first day in the school? Okay, sure. Thanks, I guess.
To be fair, you're blocking the halls right in the middle.
Wow. So, are we just totally ignoring the fact that someone was ruthlessly barreling through the halls?
I know, but sorry, you're in the wrong too.
I lost my consciousness for a moment there. You almost killed me for Pete's sake.
Hey,
Look at this mess. Look at me. I'm a mess. I was so excited to start a brand new life here. And you're just gonna mess it up like that? What am I supposed to do? Never mind. I don't want to see your face again.
What a crash out. I honestly understand that she got her uniform like destroyed and everything, but calm down, woman. Should I say that? Whatever. Are you on your period or something?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
We go to the principal's office. Reception? Why is it so big? Maybe because I'm from a poor country. Who knows? One thing goes around the principal's... whatever you want to call it. And he tries to find something to cheer Nicole up with. I mean, why is she angry in the first place? It's not like he ran full speed into her and destroyed her art project and her uniform and made her have a mental breakdown on her first day of school. He did it. So, slam him.
Good day, esteemed gentlemen and connoisseurs of charisma. I should like to make a rather significant announcement. One that may, dare I say, ruffle a few feathers. You see, one does not simply rid oneself of a Sigma of my caliber. I am, after all, the very lifeblood of this institution. My eloquence and charm running deeper than the Mariana Trench itself. Regardless of how many times you may attempt to Gangnam Style or let out your most lamentable exclamations in my direction, I remain entirely unshaken. You simply haven't the fortitude to part ways with a Sigma such as myself. I may not be an alpha, nor am I a tragically unfulfilled simpleton like the rest of you, but I possess a most distinguished, frizzing style.
What in the name of all that is bloody civilized and proper could possibly be going on at this very moment? I'm proper flabbergasted, I am. Sod in hell, I'm all confused and befuddled.
My esteemed companions, might we at long last bring this most tiresome segment to a merciful conclusion? I find myself in such a state of profound despair that the mere thought of fashioning a news becomes increasingly appealing. Truly, I must question the judgment of whoever deemed it wise to entrust me with the use of a video editor. Heavens above, let this ordeal cease forthwith, for I fear I can endure no more.
And with that, my dear Sigmas, I bid you adieu. I appreciate your undivided attention. A shame, really, that security cameras do not capture audio. This was a rather momentous speech.
After whatever this is, Mark then decides to finally give up like I did with my hopes and dreams. Well, not really, because Mark still tries to talk to Nicole to pass the time, but after numerous failed attempts, she finally speaks up. Not in a good way, mind you. What is this children wars you guys are throwing at each other? Matter of fact, I might make you into one of these Roblox source edits.
Well, ever heard of middle lane hogging? Go ahead, take a page.
Oh my, get this show on the road? Did you just use an idiom? Literally? How cheesy.
Actually, that was a double entendre. I used the idiom both literally and as intended. Too bad my ingenuity went over your head.
I wish ingenuity were an antonym for genius right now.
They bicker, they make fun of each other, they call each other names, and as Nicole is about to hit Mark for calling her a flat tire, the principal comes in. Why does she look like that? That's why we should take every makeup product to ever exist and let women walk around with their natural beauty. Voice for me for president of here. Mark and Nicole, despite their conflict right now, seems to get along really well. Something that Dun would shamelessly steal. Aha, I knew it! The principal tries to make Mark and Nicole apologize to each other, but to no avail. Because of that, she is going to call their parents, which Mark greatly rejects. This is probably the first time we get this reaction out of Mark. Doesn't Mark not have a good relationship with his parents? But that does not make sense considering the email we got from Paolo, which he seemed to be a good guy that cares for his son. Maybe there is something we ain't getting here. Moving on from that, Mark then decides to make up with Nicole by helping her with her piece that he destroyed. They kinda made up, but Nicole still hates Mark. Yeah, sure, buddy. You're the heroine of this story. You'll be going to his eloquence and charm that is running deeper than the Mariana Trench itself very soon. We finally at Nicole's house. We finally in Metal Gear Solid. Mark with the box and becomes Nicole leaves us to go change and tell us not to touch anything. You know what that means. Touch everything. Yes, even the porn magazines. The most important thing here that caught my attention was the pictures of Nicole and her family. There's one picture in particular that has a boy in it, probably the same age as Nicole. She told us earlier that she doesn't have any siblings, so that can be her brother. Mark, in his lane vibing, and then out of nowhere, white woman jump scare. We finally get to painting, and remember when I told you about the similarities between Nicole and Mark? Well, this part actually shows a big difference between them. Nicole is confused. Why is Mark painting like this? Like he doesn't have any care about what he's doing. And yes, she is correct. He doesn't care. He tells her that he does the work that needs to be done with the least amount of effort. Nicole is a girl that finds fun in what she's doing, which gives whatever she's doing life. While Mark, on the other hand, is not like that. He just doesn't care.
Do you see it? It's coming together now.
Whoa.
It's much better now, right?
I don't like saying this to your face, but it is.
You see, Mark, I just enjoy the things I do. And wherever I find that enjoyment, everything else naturally shines.
She's probably right. Everything shines.
You just have to find that spark.
You're crazy.
I like to think I am.
Mark now is starting to understand that maybe his way of living is just not that good. But then a plane, which looks to be in a storm. And that woman again. We then get a look at the finished drawing that Nicole helped us with. Looks very cutesy. Mark then tells her that he likes it, but it's not his anymore. It doesn't look like he made it. So he grabs Nicole's paper and starts drawing again. His own painting. Out of nowhere, Nicole starts asking Mark about his parents, and he seems to be very uncomfortable talking about them. Again, what happened between them? And also, why is he living alone? At least one of the parents could have stayed, right? Mark then decides to cut the conversation short and leaves. But before that, he decides to go to the bathroom. We then see a wide open door, and being the nosy bastard he is, he goes inside, and he finds a piano. Not only a piano, but also a bunch of books about music and awards that Nicole has won. And among those awards, there is two pictures. One of her and that boy we talked about earlier, and the same picture, but it's destroyed. Mark then goes sit on the piano to try and play it. Nicole, of course, hears it and storms in on him, getting really, really angry. You could say because he kind of went in a room he was not supposed to go into, but her reaction is a lot stronger for it to be only that. Nicole, very unreasonably, decided to kick us out. It's not like we went in a room we're not supposed to. What a bitch. But before we leave though, we hear the sound of a door being opened and I think I'm in love. This is Nicole's mom, and I love her. Listen Mark, if you can't get with Nicole, get with her mom instead. I personally would. Where's the dad? I bet he's a wimp. Nicole's mom then suggests that Mark stays for dinner, in which he agrees to do so. Wow, I could still take him. Just give me a rocket launcher, put him in a vulnerable position, and I This next part is very fascinating. The entire scene shows us how Mark lives his daily life after he comes home from school. And it's kind of depressing, honestly. That is genuinely funny. We go from texting with Kath and Luis, both inviting us to two different things, Kath with the fair and Luis is visiting Sophia's grandma, to playing video games, and of course they had to make some priorities here. Please, please! Kinda based, honestly. Mark couldn't handle the risk, then end up on an anonymous chatting app. All the people over there, of course, asking ASL, which stands for Ask Sam for Help. I think it's a guy that is actually not trying to hit, but vent to him. He talks about how he achieved one of his dream goals, only to feel empty afterwards, feeling like there's nothing else that matters, feeling lost. He didn't ask Mark if he ever feels like that, to which he responds that he don't know. But if you look at it closely, Mark is the same as this guy. We finished the day out by going to our room and practicing the piano with little to no progress than last time. We then get a flashback of when Mark started practicing. Kath asks him a bunch of questions related to his mom. Apparently she used to play, but she stopped because she got too busy. So yes, that person in the flashback back then was his mom. Mark tries to play the song again, but he just can't quite get it right. We transition into a flashback. I want you to pay attention to this because I will be combining this flashback with another one that happens later on in the story. For no reason at all. This is a conversation between Mark and his mother. She asks Mark if he likes this song, and she also says that she wishes she could see her again. She then tells Mark that they need to talk. Remember when I said that Mark's parents aren't living with him anymore? Well, this part is when Mark's mom tells him that they need to leave. Due to the financial situation, they need to work abroad to provide for Mark and make his dreams come true. And Mark seems to be really devastated hearing this news.
I wish I could listen to a song for the first time again. I wish I could watch a film for the first time again. I wish I could live a moment for the first time again. It's like I have felt everything there is to feel. It's like there's nothing else to wait for. But maybe just maybe I can feel alive again.
My theory about Mark and that guy who was texting being the same is correct. Mark has become empty. He feels like his life is finished, like there is nothing to look forward to. Like the guy said, no drive, no hope, nothing. Just empty. The monotone way he lives his life. He even said it himself. He does what he has to do with the least amount of effort. There needn't to be any fun in it. The whole segment where we see him in his own house living his life, it's really depressing. He himself is bored of doing stuff like that. But Nicole might have changed his mind about his way of living. That maybe he could live again. We get to the hospital to meet Sophia and Luis. Apparently there's an influx of people coming in the hospital and it's overwhelming the staff. What is exactly going on? Well, if you look closely at this TV, it's displaying a news channel. And it seems to be natural disasters, specifically the ruling. Luis takes us and tells us where she is, so we head up there. By the way, Mark seems to be a bit off today. We check on Sophia and her grandma. She starts saying that after her grandma almost flatlined, she said something but couldn't make out what it is. This is something. Well, regardless, Luis suggests that she brings something to eat, so we go with her to the cafeteria.
I'll have 2 orders of rice and 2 servings of adobo, please. As for the other serving, no fatty parts and extra potatoes. Takeout. That's fine by me.
Don't you feel kind of weird?
About what?
Never mind.
What do you want?
Menudo.
And 1 serving of menudo with rice, please. For takeout as well. Hey, would you like to sit for a moment?
Yeah, sure.
Something seems to be troubling you.
I mean, this is kind of quiet for a cafeteria, don't you think?
Perhaps because there aren't many people right now? Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm good. So, what did you find out?
I've been reading books and papers, and I propose it has something to do with the mind. What I'm saying is, it's just in our heads.
Wait a minute. Didn't you say that couldn't be the case?
I did.
And you said it was super unlikely.
It is, but look, there are billions of people on the planet who could have seen multiple catastrophes taking place in one day. Anything else would be simply illogical, and I don't want to be...
Don't want to be what?
I don't want to lead us down the wrong path.
So why are we experiencing the same thing? If it really was that rare, why does it seem concentrated here?
Look at this.
Luis then shows us a thread made in Reddit. Get it. Apparently the entire thread talks about something called deja vu. I can already hear the sound of the friend screaming. It's kinda like deja vu but long-lasting and confirm false memories. Now, I'm not buying this crap. Why, you might ask? Well, because it's Reddit, and trusting in a Redditor is like trusting a homicidal person with a weapon. You will get shot. By the way, you can downvote the comments here, which is a pretty cool add-on. This is what you do in Reddit, right? When you find an opposing opinion than yours, you just downvote it.
It's not concentrated here, Mark. It's out there.
So what if it's in our heads? What's causing it?
I've read more of these online anecdotes, and I concluded that most of them have one thing in common.
What?
Have you ever felt bothered or distressed lately? When I asked you if you were alright, this is the same thing.
I don't...
Maybe you recently realized something wasn't right. Perhaps something was off and you never knew all this time?
Nothing besides the memory anomalies, but that's what we are talking about, so I'm guessing that's not what you mean?
Mark these experiences. They may be a byproduct of a troubled mind.
How about you then? Have you felt distressed lately?
No, but...
Then it couldn't be the reason.
Look, it's the only logical explanation.
So, are you saying you're troubled too?
Are you gonna keep interrupting me? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I'll see you there.
Hey. What have I done? No, not again. Why does this all feel familiar again? No, it can't be. Bad omen. I gotta go back right now.
For some reason, Mark is having a mental breakdown right now. We go back to the elevator and hit the third floor and then... What? I guess we're here now. So this part is separated into 3 different sections. The first section is this one. While it's weird, it will get worse. We see a lot of stuff scattered on the ground and other stuff that are not related to each other, like this crypt or this altar. And yes, they do have a meaning, but explaining them will be a lot easier later down in the story. We go inside the world where Sophia is and they're just gone. So our only option is the elevator. Maybe that was the wrong move. Let's try again. And I like what you've done with the place, guys. You're very spooky, especially the graffiti. Okay, let's go back to the 3rd floor. Maybe something changed there. Flowers. While it is hard to make out what type of flower it is, I like to believe these are the chrysanthemums, a type of flower related to death. There is nothing here, so let's just get out. Oh, hi Fatty. This is my fault. We're back, hooray. We shape-shifted out of reality, apparently. Gotta tell the devs about this. We finally return back to Sophia. Mark then tells Sophia about what he saw in that other reality/vision. This is your fault. She then starts blaming herself and saying that she knows it is, but she just wants her grandma to wake up. It's weird, man, because these words weren't directed at Sophia. It was directed specifically at Mark. Whew, finally some downtime. Never mind, this game is turning into a horror apparently. Hi Kath, how you doing? Hope you're not seeing what I'm seeing right now. After all, I thought these edibles weren't shit. Finally, after a bit, Ryder shows up. And we get the boat. Or not. Okay, remember back then when I said... Finally some downtime. Never mind. That was just me 8 seconds ago. Mark's group do get along very well with each other. Not only that, but they also care a lot about one another. And if you're wondering, hey, that wasn't in the video back then. Well, yeah, because I forgot to record it. Too bad. Right now, we are seeing something different. Somewhat of a divide between them. I mean, Mark can be excused since he had a nice trip to Caleb, but Ryder seems to be more focused on the movie than having fun with us. And Kath is trying to bring them back together, but yeah, she just can't. So she's kind of depressed right now, rather than ditches us like the worthless garbage we are. And Mark, okay, he is going crazy right now. Where is Nicole's mom when you need her? Oh, at least the daughter is here. I'm not disappointed at all. Mark seems to get a lot calmer when you meet Nicole. We play a bit of games with her, when her caterpillar, and also defeat her at the horror house. And during all of that, Mark's weird visions has stopped. Last place we go to is the Ferris wheel.
That's beautiful.
And now, 11-year-old Mark wishes he'd have seen this.
I can see the appeal now, at least. Hey, I just want to say, I'm sorry for what I did in your house. I'm really sorry.
Hi. Why the piano?
Nothing, it's just my mom's hobby. I guess I just wanted to follow in her footsteps.
Does she still play?
No, she stopped when I was 10.
How come?
I don't know, maybe she got tired of it. I was 12 when they went abroad. If they didn't bite the bullet, things would have gone very badly.
Have they come home since then?
I haven't seen them ever since. Dad's an electrician, Mom's a domestic worker. Very lucky for them to land a high-paying job.
You know, Mark, I miss this.
Missed what?
Living. Living for real. For about a year in our lives, we were just getting by.
What do you mean?
You know how the world almost ended, right? Well, everyone does.
Wait, don't tell me you're...
We're victims.
Nicole then goes on to explain what it was like in the welfare center. That her seeing someone die or get hurt always affected her in a very bad way, and how she wanted to leave all of this behind and start a new life. And that explains the outburst that she had when Mark ran into her. She wanted stuff to go smoothly on her first day, only for Mark to ruin it. Oh, that must feel so bad, man. Not only Rydell ditched her, but now Mark did too. We return back home and... oh. Kath. She must be angry. Or not, actually. Wow. She's a homie. The rest of the night gets spent with Kath in our home and Nicole in the phone talking with Mark. Apparently, Kath doesn't want to go home since her parents are making sardines and she doesn't like it. Well, too bad. Eat up. Eat. Nicole and Mark are flirting with each other like, okay, get married or shit. We go upstairs with Kath and Mark tells her that he has decided to join the piano club to improve his skills. Thank God I don't have to hear this shit again. We could see that Mark is trying to get his life back together and actually try to enjoy it. Kath, being the homie she is, support us. We end this night with a racing game with Kath.
I'm really good at this, don't you think?
You don't have to rub it in, man.
I kinda see myself being a racer, or maybe a sprinter someday.
Yeah?
You know, someone who'd always go first. Someone who'd be ahead of everyone.
Why not? You're a natural at this.
I guess if life was only as easy as this, maybe I'd believe you.
How dare you call this easy?
It'll get easier. I know it will. You're trying your best.
Shh, I'm almost there.
Someone who'd be ahead of everyone. But I'm...
Rydell and Mark found their place in the world. They are drifting away from Kath, while she doesn't really have anything to do, to be ahead of everyone, like she says. Kath is most likely feeling alone and lost. She doesn't tell that to Mark though. We finally at the piano club to apply and we meet two new characters, Justin and Samantha. Justin joined the piano club to impress Elisa by playing for Elisa, not very clever, and she is dense as a rock. And Sam is here because she likes piano and music theory. We sign our name and try to play Greg's wedding day, emphasis on the word try because like, you know what, Mark, let me help you.
Throw your hands up if you with it.
What is blessing my ears? After that horrible performance, Mark asks his mate if they know this piece. The one Mark was trying to remember from the start of the game. Unfortunately, they don't know it, but someone else hears the song, and well, her reaction was very interesting. Mark, like we already know, knows this song from his mom, and apparently Nicole was the one who wrote it. She takes us down to the club room and tries to play it with us. And yeah, her emotional breakdown shows how much this song means to her, and Mark has fallen in love with it even more. Like I did with you guys. Just kidding, I hope you have a horrible day. She then tries to play again, and to her surprise, she is still very capable. Okay, Mark, on your knees, beg and plead, because I know for sure you ain't getting better on your own, and I don't want to be the one hearing this. Thankfully though, she agrees to be his mentor. We then get a small montage of Mark practicing with Nicole and his daily life at the club. But who wants to see this? Me, shouted the guy at the back. Silence, child. Stupid idiot. I will not kneel to the likes of thee. The child then proceeds to dislike his performance and wrote an essay on the cycle of the flying bird to cancel such heresy. Mark and Nicole are talking after one of our club sessions. Mark asks her if she doesn't want to join, and she says that she hasn't found that spark yet, and that she is scared that won't change anything. Mark, the Gigachat he is, decides to finally pull all his cards and help Nicole with what she's going through.
Look at that.
This is...
Shh. You don't have to say anything. Just enjoy it. This is where we always used to hang out, you know?
We?
My best friends.
Huh. Used to?
I don't know, we don't get to hang out as often now.
Why?
One of them is talented. He's going places already.
Wow.
But, I don't worry about it. We're still friends at the end of the day. Life just happens, and really, you can't blame them. If they want to chase an opportunity, they can't miss it.
Yeah.
Besides, I'm happy that I'm making new ones. I hope so.
Well, I guess I am too.
You know, I'm glad that I'm learning from you. It's true. My wrist hurts, and sometimes your words do too. But I guess I actually like being around you. Don't take my word for it, though. They always ask me why you don't want to join. It's like they want you there, too.
Why?
Well, I don't know what their answer would be. I think I know mine. You're great, you know that? Whenever we hear you play, we look up to you. Whenever you hang out with us, it's always a good time. Things haven't always been easy for you, but you've been fighting every day, and I'm proud of you. I don't want you to think you're doing it just for me, because
Shh.
I'm not done yet.
You don't have to say anything. Just enjoy it. Thanks, Mark.
It's still up to you, okay?
What are you talking about?
Huh?
I'm joining.
Really?
Yes, I found that spark.
Me too.
I'm glad that the world hasn't ended yet.
Another day at school. We're here to meet Louise. Before that, though, we run into Kath and Ryan doing their homework. And there is no way Mark did his homework early. Thank God. This is truly magnificent. But as we can see, Mark is trying to get his life back together slowly but surely. Nicole's effect must be massive on him. Thank God Mark is not getting any lower. Imagine if he did. Before Kath leaves, we get a day set with her to go get her address for prom. And then Louise arrives. Mark then starts explaining what happened in the hospital. But, of course, we had to be interrupted by someone. We leave, but before that, I give them a piece of my mind. We move to the lab to finish our discussion. Louise needs a bit more time, though. There's nothing of interest here except these quibbles. Which Louise says that it's math level college. That is wild. She's in middle school, remember that. We finally get to discussing what happened. Louise does have some sort of idea, but she doesn't want to tell us, since it sounds so illogical. So she sums up the entire thing again as it's just all in our heads. Now, this point might have been possible 2 chapters ago, but now that we shifted out of reality, there is no way Mark is taking that for an answer. That or he is just schizophrenic. We dropped the topic though, since Louise doesn't seem to budge. But as we are about to leave, Mark remembers something. He tells her that when he met Nicole, he felt like he knew her before, and that apparently helped Louise come to a conclusion. We are the one waiting for Kath, and we are going to skip this part of the story. The interaction between Mark and Kath are fun, yeah, but look at the length of this video. Yeah, shut up. Regardless, there are two things we should take away from this scene. First of all, Kath doesn't want to wear long-sleeved clothes, and if you're new to this world, go back, bro. It's not good here. This is 99% of the time a bad thing. The second thing is that she follows on her dialogue last chapter about wanting to find something to be ahead of everyone at, and she chose cooking. The shop owner also tells us that there's a fireworks show happening nearby, so we go ahead to check it out. Kath's brother. Strict parents indeed. She goes outside for a couple of hours and you crash out. Mark then asks Kath an important question. He asks her if she has been having some deja vu lately, and she says yes. Sometimes prolonged and sometimes it's for a few seconds. Like something is about to happen. That's bizarre.
You remembered?
Of course I did.
No umbrellas for you to steal over here.
I'm a changed man. I'm sorry we couldn't find a dress for you.
No worries. There are more important things. Are your parents coming home this Christmas?
No. They'll probably send over some Christmas money, though.
They always do.
But they're doing all right. Dad sent me photos a while back, and Mom's out there, you know, busy as always.
Your parents work really hard, huh?
I wouldn't have a better life if it weren't for them.
Yeah, that's good.
And how's your family?
Oh, you know, same old, same old.
I don't see them often, do I?
That's alright. They like to be busy too. Besides, you know, they're not really people persons.
Yeah.
Oh, for it is only I who can engage with society. Listen, I know you have been pretty busy. We both have, but you know you still got me. We've got each other.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Piano has been taking up so much of my time.
Don't apologize, man. Just promise me you'll get really good at it, okay? That's what I want.
Believe me, I'm trying.
You must have been busy practicing at home every night.
Practice makes perfect after all. And man, does it feel so rewarding. I couldn't get proper hand posture at first.
Uh-huh.
But when I got the hang of it, my playing just magically got better. It almost feels like cheating.
That sounds fun. How that must have felt.
It's so fun. It's so satisfying.
I had a lot of fun today, Mark.
Me too, Kath. And I promise, I'll have more time after audition day.
You're gonna blow everyone away.
Probably except for Carlo.
I'll be cheering on in the audience. I'm really glad to see you like this, you know?
Like what?
Happy.
Kath's brother suddenly shows up. I thought I ignored the Why is he here? He takes Kath with him after lecturing them both, and from the way he grabbed her... Yeah, we're gonna talk about that later though. So, Kath has also been having this feeling too, and because of that, we tell Louise about it. Sounds we are getting closer and closer to the truth. It's Christmas Eve, and we are spending it alone. Yippee! It's basically the same as every night he spent. There are a few key differences here and there, but they really don't mean much. While Mark is improving his life more now, he is still alone. We get an email from our dad, send a text to Nicole, and we also send a text to our parents, wishing them a Merry Christmas. After this, we decide to go to bed, but instead we went inside our parents' bedroom. We'll go to an airplane toy on a desk, we grab it, and then... it takes us into a flashback. This house is different than the one we are living in the present time. It's much more alive for obvious reasons. His parents are living with him right now. We see his parents and they are treating Mark really well. Yes, it does look like they are financially struggling, but other than that, their relationship seems to be really healthy. So, what happened? I see. This is what he meant by bad omen. Someone's calling for us outside. And oh, it's Nicole and her family. I'm honestly happy for you, Mark. This time, you're not alone. We're back at Nicole's house and stuff seems to be a lot better now. They unpacked and everything. We're ready for dinner, but before eating, both of the parents thank us for helping Nicole. Apparently, they were worried about her because of the new environment she was going in, that she won't be able to adjust. And again, after we finish dinner, Nicole's mom thanks us for being with her and rekindling her passion for music again. Both Nicole's parents love her very much. But honestly, my love for her mom is even more. Don't tell her that though.
I still remember how we played this the first time.
It was really something.
Yeah, we make a good team.
We should play together more, you know? Probably compose a song together.
Hold your horses, mister. You can barely play, let alone compose.
But I know you can help me with that too. We can do anything.
Even beat dark fiends?
Even graduate with honors.
Even master darts?
Yeah, we'd be partners. By partners, I mean, not like,
Are you ready for audition day then?
I like to think so.
For real?
Hey, that's mine.
Hopefully it'll go well.
Hey.
I'm just saying.
But I want to make Mom proud.
I know what you mean. I learned to play from my grandparents. They taught me everything I know. I was scared of letting them down, but they were always happy to see me play.
You're right.
You should send her a video.
You know, she's always loved playing. It was her biggest passion. It was too expensive a passion for her. She joined a choir as a junior pianist. It was the only way she could get her hands on a piano. She went as much as she could, practicing a lot, but money was hard to come by. She set aside her own goals to help her family. She had less and less time to go and practice. She had to work as much as she could, and by the time a friend had gifted her a secondhand piano, she'd given up on being a professional musician for something else that pays.
I'm sorry, I can't imagine what that must have been like.
It's okay. She continued to play as a hobby. Eventually her job couldn't pay the bills, so she had to keep taking on more and more until it tired her out. She tried her best to keep her passion alive, though, playing for us whenever she could, always going to recitals and competitions to admire the music. I figured that must have been how she heard your piece, at a recital or something. Your music must have really moved her, for her to have remembered it so well.
I'm honored. You must have been moved too, since you remember it so well.
It's more complicated than that. That's when she told me they had to leave, to achieve their new dream, so that I can follow mine.
Do you talk often? How are they doing?
Dad's all right. He sent me a picture from work. He seems fine, and Mom is... she's okay too. It gets pretty busy out there, you know?
Yeah. I know what it's like to miss somebody too. I wish I could talk to him again. We used to get up to all sorts of mischief. I remember one day, we secretly set all the clocks in school to ring at 11:11 a.m. We got into so much trouble for that. My grandparents had to pick us up. They were a little angry, but they also found it a little bit funny. We spent a lot of time with them together while my parents were at work.
I'm sure they miss him too.
You know, Jake would have said the same thing about following your dreams. He was always cheering me on at contests. So proud of every award. He always wanted me to go far. It's hard when the person who said it is gone. I really admire you, Mark. You're so persistent, never giving up. For me,
Hey, it's okay. It worked out in the end, right?
Yeah, in the end. I really never thought I would play again. My parents never gave up. They kept the piano and everything, but I was sure I was done. Until one day, I met someone so boring yet so persistent that it made me realize things.
What kind of things?
Come outside with me. I have to tell you something. It's beautiful out here.
Yeah.
You know, Mark, when I first met you, I felt something. Like I already knew you. Like you were familiar. Remember that time when we first saw each other? I don't know. It didn't feel like the first time. I'm pretty sure that's just our weird minds. I guess all I am trying to say is I think we were probably meant to meet.
Yeah, I felt it too, like, you know, I already knew you or something.
I'm glad. They're still up? Why now? Just tap the button that looks like a camera. Ugh.
We text Louise and tell her about our new information. So, that's Cass and Nicole for you. How many other people do you think are feeling this? We are playing as young Mark. We hear Maria's voice and we go towards that direction. The house getting more and more distorted. And then a piano. It's audition day and Mark has been practicing. We also need to get our practice in since we are the one playing this song. Nonetheless, it's time to go to school. Wait. Jessica's missing? Who is Jessica again? I remember. I feel like this isn't some sort of kidnapping or her getting lost. We wish all the other members good luck, but for some reason Nicole doesn't answer. We are finally here. Mark, get ready to be impressed, because I'm about to ruin everything we have worked for so far. The moment we finish this performance, confess to Nicole that if she ever responds back to us, it's finally our turn. Nicole's finally here too. Well, better late than never. Thank you. I know I'm better than all of you. Thank you. I wish the viewers could have actually seen what happened. It was supposed to be Nicole's turn next, but she was too late to sign up to the club. So we go after her to try to understand why she didn't arrive on time to join. But before we catch up with her, Louise stops us, wanting to tell us something urgent. Louise takes us to the lab and starts explaining what is happening, and how Jessica's disappearance is probably the final piece to the puzzle. So, a very brief explanation to this entire segment. Louise explains how space and time interacts. Basically, if we were to drop a pellet on the floor, the particles of both the floor and the pellet would interact. Waves are the reasons for the existence of particles, of everything, and waves usually meet and collide. But what about memories? Logically, they can't interact. There's no way. But they did. The quantum world has rules unless something of an extreme happens, like a quantum tsunami. This quantum tsunami caused a string of natural disasters that happened in the span of 24 hours. Not only that, but it also caused the memories to be mixed together. Mark's memories with Nicole's and Louis' memories with someone else's weather. We don't know how these tsunamis happen, but all we know that it's probably still happening, which is why Jessica disappeared. The ripples that is caused by the tsunami canceled Jessica's ripples and caused her to... This is a middle schooler, by the way. A middle schooler. We should all be ashamed of ourselves. Mark then comes to the conclusion that it's rain causing all of this. The day Jessica disappeared, the day Polly, Louise's rival in chess, disappeared, and the hallucination he had at the hospital all had rain in them. So it's safe to assume that it is the cause of all of this. Maybe. But it's better to be safe than sorry. We finally catch up with Nicole. She starts telling us that her joining the club really wasn't gonna make any difference. Mark then thanks Nicole for everything she has done for him, and tells her that he would like to help her like she did with him too. He then offers to go with her to her grandparents to visit them as a token of thanks to Nicole. Nicole changed Mark in so many ways. It's the least he can do to at least know more about her. We're on the bus to the Kai. Our friends are checking up on us, and when I mean our friends, I mean every single one of the cast, even the umbrella guy. Apparently, Sophia and Katha are interested in each other. Louise also texts us and tells her that in order to stop someone from disappearing, we just have to look at them. Remember, this place was affected heavily by the ruling, so quantum tsunamis are all over the place. I don't know how she got this information from though, but we can only trust her at this point. Do you know how stuff in real life looks different than it is online? During the first ever chapter, we only heard of the ruling. We saw articles and pictures, but that's about it. Well, now, this is about to change. This is a ruling. Nicole tells us how she got lucky. Her and her family, because they were on the second floor. They told her that she could transfer to this new school and buy a house there somewhere. But the people that weren't so lucky got destroyed by illnesses. The people that weren't so lucky got hurt, stayed hurt, and prayed that the hospital would take them in. They really affected the entire country after all, and for the government to offer assistance to all of them, that would be impossible. After that, Nicole tells us something interesting about Jake. He didn't go missing during or after the ruling, but years before it. We arrive at Takai, and could you stop arguing already? We take a bike and go to a cliff with a swing. This entire segment is just them flirting with each other. Like, just get married already. Okay, I get it, stop. Rain. This is bad. This is bad. Nicole tells Mark that she wants to go back to her old home, to show him something. So, we are not going to her grandparents' house. What is she trying to do exactly? Mark obviously worried about this because, well, it's about to rain here. We make it to Nicole's neighborhood. The place is destroyed just as much as the rest of the city. Nicole then leaves us alone. Come back, you woman! So much for keeping an eye on her. We text her, and of course, nothing. Mark, she's dead. Let's just leave. Mark sadly didn't listen to me, and he moved more ahead. And then he got into a building. We hear something upstairs, so we go up and, fortunately, find Nicole.
Nicole! I've been looking for you. What are you doing here? This house is one blow away from falling down. Let's get out of here, now.
Do you really understand?
I told you I do, but Can we please talk about this later? When we're somewhere safer?
But now, do you understand how I feel about my past?
I thought I'd find you there at your old house, but I don't get it. Where even are we?
Jake's house. At least, it used to be. I thought if I did one last visit, I'd find something here. Finding him would be wishful thinking. So I thought maybe at least I'd find something. Something he might have left for me. It could be a note, or a gift, or anything he might have wanted to give me, but... As you can see, there is nothing. I looked, but nothing was left behind. It's just a broken home.
I thought we were going to your grandma's, right? Was that just an excuse?
No, I told you I want you to understand. And you agreed, so here it is. Now you know how I really feel.
You didn't tell me it was about your past.
Would you have refused if I told you?
Of course not, but you didn't tell me, so I had no idea. You just left me back there, too.
I thought you already knew it was about my past. How was I supposed to know?
Okay. That doesn't matter now. What matters is we know we're here for each other now, okay?
What do you mean?
We don't have to live like this anymore. We have each other now.
Is this all you're here for?
What?
I'm trying to open up to you.
You could have explained.
I thought you knew.
Knew what? You never tell me anything.
Excuse me? I don't?
And now we're standing in a collapsing building for nothing.
For nothing? How could you say that? I know I shouldn't have, but I just hoped. Can't you see how much this hurts me? Of course you don't. You have your best friend. You have so many friends around you. You didn't live through what we had to. You don't understand. And see? I couldn't even help but come here. I didn't really want to, but... I don't know. I'm a mess.
I'm sorry. I understand now.
Stop. Just stop. How can you say that? You don't know what it's like. You have everything. You have what I can't have. I don't know why I expected you to understand.
I should say something. I shouldn't have snapped at her. What can I even say? I can't blame her for this, really. She's just holding on to something. Something already lost. I wonder if she knows how loved she is, despite everything. but she's just holding on to something, telling herself there's still hope, lying to herself. We really make quite a pair, don't we? I really don't know why I thought things would be different now. I thought if I could just do this one thing, find that spark. Was it real? I guess some of it was, but I can't keep pretending. I can't keep hiding behind one real thing. One burst of light in the dark. And now it's fizzling out. I'm moving but going nowhere. No, not nowhere. I'm going all the way back to where I started. I want to wake up. But then, what am I waking up to? I don't know if I can keep living in the dark like this, pretending. But I don't know if I can just wake up and face it every day. It's suffocation, like something's closing in on me. I can't keep running away anymore. I'm just holding on, telling myself it isn't over. That there's still hope. Lying to myself. They really had to prepare for this. A passport photocopy, dad's, mom's, I don't know.
Mr. Bora and family, we have received your inquiries regarding the status of the search Maria C. Bora, whom we confirmed beforehand to be a passenger of flight B-111. Unfortunately, we regret to inform you that there have been no new leads in the investigation of the missing flight and all the people on board said flight. We would like to assure you that we are focusing all of our efforts on finding answers for you and your loved one. Should there be any developments in the case, we will contact you as soon as possible. Again, we would like to apologize for the pain and grief that the tragedy has caused. At Makabayan Airlines, we do our best to ensure the safety and security for all of our passengers. The Freak Typhoon was an accident we will not allow to happen again. We hope to serve you again soon. Dear Mr. Porha, with our deepest regret, we must inform you of our inability to spare any of our people for a special search and rescue team at the moment. Following the unexplained disastrous event on 12th of February 2014, we have had our hands full at the moment, conducting rescue and relief operations in the affected areas. We send our sincere sympathies regarding your missing loved one, Maria C. Porha. The pain of an unexplained aircraft disappearance must be unfathomable, and we wish you the best of luck in your efforts. Peace. Philippines International Airport. Still no sign of missing aircraft. 11th February 2014. On February 9, 2014, flight B-111 of Makabayan Airlines went missing in a typhoon on a flight bound for Philippine International Airport. According to Felicity Ramos, a spokesperson from Makabayan Airlines, they are doing all they can to trace and locate the aircraft in question, but there have been no leads in the investigation. We send our deepest compassions for the family of the missing passengers. Continued Ramos, we are doing our best to answer your questions and hopefully find your loved ones. It had been raining on the day of the flight, but authorities had not expected the freak storm to grow to that strength and speed. Search and rescue teams as well as concerned volunteers have been tirelessly lending their efforts to the investigation.
Mom. I'm so sorry. I want to wake up. Mom, Dad and I are really worried. We're really scared. Please respond. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Hi, Mom. Please come back. You don't have to reply if you can't, okay? It would mean a lot to me and Dad if you could let us know you're okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for everything. I wish you and Dad Make sure to tell him to get lots of rest, okay? I hope you're doing okay, too. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll never ask for anything again. Please just come back. Tell me you're okay. I don't know what to do anymore. I'm really grateful for you and Dad for everything. You didn't have to do that for me. I'm not worth it. I've been practicing Greg's wedding day, and I'm totally a little less terrible than I was before. I miss you. I miss hearing from you. It's been 8 months now. I don't know what else to say. Come home soon, okay? I promise I won't let you down. It's looking a little dicey, but I'll put my blood, sweat, and tears into practicing every day. I really miss you, Mom.
Oh, look who came around and brought the greatest cookies ever. Mark?
I'm a liar, Kath.
Hey, now... You can tell me about it. I'm here.
Do you remember last year when Mom was supposed to come home? When you guys left, I could barely contain my excitement, but all I could do was wait. It has been 2 years since I last saw her. The house had been renovated since then, with new rooms and more space, but it just felt empty. There was a storm. There was a storm that day.
Right. It was a strong one, too.
Yeah, everything got dark.
Mark, are you okay? Listen, it's about your mom. The plane, they're trying to locate it, but the storm is messing up any attempt to contact. I'm trying to...
I couldn't. I don't...
Mark, it's okay. I think I'm starting to understand.
Dad got scared by what happened. He canceled his flight. But Dad and I, we followed the news endlessly for days. We refused to give up. We knew that until the plane was found, anything was possible. We kept trying to reach her. We knew she had to be out there somewhere. But then the ruling. It changed everything in one day. All search and rescue efforts were redirected for victims of the unexplained earthquakes, tornadoes, and tsunamis. And just like that, everyone forgot about that one missing flight. They called the ruling the end of the world, but the worst part was... it wasn't. The world kept moving on around me, and I couldn't stop it. Dad and I, we kept trying. Making calls, asking authorities, asking families of fellow passengers. Following the news, asking for updates, we didn't stop. We kept believing she was still out there. But at some point, I don't know if we were hopeful or just stubborn, pretending. We refused to admit it. We held on so tightly. Till all the gaps and cracks were covered. We wouldn't allow it to fall apart. I lied to everyone. Even my best friends thought Mom's flight had been canceled in relation to the ruling. I started playing Mom's piano, thinking it would solve everything. Thinking it would make it feel like she was here. I just kept lying and lying. I don't know how long I would have kept this up. Maybe forever. But then I met you. You were annoying and bossy and always looking for a fight. But I was too. You made me laugh, and I tried to make you laugh too. You made things bright again. You made me want to look forward to every day, to be better, to change. And I thought, we almost understood each other, but here we are, both holding on to something, stuck in our yearning, hiding. I don't want that anymore. I want to move forward. I don't know how to do that yet, but I know now that holding on to something that's broken isn't going to help. I'll make it up to you, Nicole. I'll make it up to everyone. I've been selfish and naive, but now I can't lie to you anymore. I can't lie to me anymore. I want to understand you better and be understood.
Nicole's mom then comes out to greet Mark. She asks him if stuff is going alright with them both. He says that they haven't talked much recently, but he is hoping to change that. He then gives her the cookies with the letter he wrote. Nicole's mom then tells him that if he has a problem or something on his mind, to come and tell her. It's better to work on it together than to do it alone after all. Mark has been lying to himself the entire time. Not only lying, but genuinely believing that his mom is still out there somewhere. That text we sent on Christmas Eve, that video we recorded, all were useless, because Mark's mom had disappeared a long time ago. Mark's denial to his mom's disappearance is a defense mechanism that is kinda common with people with PTSD. It's easier to convince yourself that something didn't happen than to face the reality in front of you, wishing the world would end for it to stop the pain, but the world never ended. So Mark has been put in stasis, not being able to move. If you didn't know already, Mark is a guy who values family a lot. This part with Kath during the fireworks show is the best example. Trying to look for the kid's parents because he doesn't want him to be alone and scared. Thankfully, his mom showed up. While the kid is lucky, Mark isn't. He is lonelier than he has ever been. His mom disappeared and his father is working abroad, also believing that she is still out there somewhere. Mark was like that till he met Nicole, and everything seems to get a bit brighter for him. But still, he is running away. Nicole and Mark are quite literally the same. Mark convinced himself that everything was alright and used Nicole to forget the fact that his mom is gone. Nicole also did the same, but she knows this won't bring him back. Nicole is also very jealous of Mark, assuming that he has everything, that he doesn't know what she's feeling right now, but that couldn't be further from the truth. They are both holding on to something. The difference between them is that Mark is burying everything away while Nicole is obsessed with Jake's disappearance. All of this was foreshadowed from the beginning of the game. At least now he is trying to make things right. It's prom night and we are looking dashing. We go inside and all of our friends are obviously here. Cass sees us and brings us along to take a picture with her. She tells us to save the last dance for her. That's a new move here. It would be weird if she somehow turned into a rocket.
12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Absolute cinema. Oh, and here's Nicole. While dancing, Mark and Nicole finally communicate with each other how they feel. Nicole says sorry for what she has done and has been doing to Mark for a really long time now, and also apologizes for not knowing anything about what happened to his mom and saying that he has everything she wants. Mark also apologizes for using Nicole and the piano club as an escape from the truth, that he thought that he could fix his life and just forget about what happened to his mom. They both make up in a very heartwarming scene, but while the conversation continued, the rain started to pour even harder. We then start to look for Kathy to dance with her like we promised, but she's nowhere to be found. We look everywhere, we search everywhere, but we found nothing. Considering the theory Mark and Louise came up with about the rain, this is really bad. If Kathy is alone, there's a huge chance that she might have disappeared already. So Mark, after finding one of Kathy's hair clips, starts running after her. We keep on running forward. We then come to a choice, either go to a construction area or through the forest. I chose the latter, but before we go in, we hear a voice. Maria's voice. Mark tries to ignore it and keeps running, and then, out of nowhere, we get transported into another reality, where Maria is there. She reminds Mark of something that happened a while back. One day, the school got cancelled and Mark was happy about it, so his mom made him a bowl of champrado. Sadly though, it went spoiled, since Maria made Mark do some stuff and forgot that he still hadn't eaten it. Mark blamed himself a lot for this, for weeks even. Maria tells him that it's not his fault, and that he is too hard on himself. She then tells him to go and save his best friend.
Hey, Kathy! What are you doing out here?
I can't explain. I'll tell you everything.
I should have seen it coming. It's only at this point everything fell into place. Am I too late? The last time we played that racing game, did I really win that match? Have I ever won? I didn't quite pick up what she said that day. It was something like, she wants to be a racer. Or a sprinter. Was I paying enough attention? She once told me about butterflies in the rain. She said, they tatter. Or even
We arrive to Kath's funeral to pay our respects. Mark's dad's finally here, so we tell him that we need to have a conversation about Maria. Luis there also tells us that the rain was not the issue. They got it all wrong. We talked with Kath's family and she wanted to give us something when she saw us, but I guess that time never came, huh? Rydell invites Mark to his private screening. We all know that it will not feel the same without her though. Mark is now filled with more regrets. Wishing he was able to do something to save his best friend. Wishing that he would have noticed sooner. But it's too late now.
It doesn't feel right without her. I wanted her to see this.
you weren't even there. You weren't even around this year.
I was busy working on this.
For what?
For you guys.
For us? You couldn't even text us at Christmas.
You were busy too.
But I was around.
Was it enough?
No. None of it was.
You're right. I'm sorry, Mark. I'm sorry.
Me too.
We come back to the future, Mark, much older now. We look in a box full of pictures of us at prom with our friends and find the DVD Kath wanted to give us. We play it and find that this is Mike's band EP, recorded very poorly apparently. But at the end of it, we hear Kath's voice.
Hello? Mic test. 1, 2, 3.
Kathy?
Alright, looks like it's recording. Oh, Mark! Here's a bonus track from your favorite best friend ever. Okay, you might have noticed it already, but yes, I downloaded the songs from LimeWire. The quality shit, I know. And now I have butterflies all over my screen. Look, it was sold out everywhere, okay? I had to ask Mike for an extra sleeve. Anyways, I'm recording this here because, I might be too chicken to tell you at prom. Seriously though, I don't really know where to start. But you opened up to me that night, and it was hard. And now because of you, I I feel like I want to do the same and tell you the truth. Things are rough at home. My parents are really strict and angry, and I'm not good. Not good enough for them. They always have been I don't know how to tell you. I tried so hard to get away from it. To stay home less and spend more time with you guys. But it's hard, Mark. And you and Rydell got busy this year. Which is fine. It's great. You've both found something you love doing. Honestly, I was jealous at first. I felt a little left behind. I was afraid of losing Rydell, and I thought if I lost you too, I don't know. At one point I was wishing that you'd fail, but that didn't feel right. I felt sick and guilty. But Mark, when I saw the passion shining in your eyes, I knew I couldn't take that away from you. I knew I had to deal with my own selfishness. You guys worked so hard, and I wanted to shine too. You guys, you inspired me. Yeah, I'm going soft at you. Yuck. But now, I want to run like you. I want to do something I love. I want to work hard for it. I want to live my life. I want you to see my eyes shine too. Even though it's hard. Even though my parents don't want me. I want to run with you guys. Us all together. I want to run as fast as I can into the light. I want to be happy. I want us to be happy. So let's all run to a bright future together, okay? How bright, you ask? We'll go so far with all our friends. I bet Ryan's going to be a big basketball star. And finally be the MVP. Or not. Sophie and her granny will be happy together. She'll wake up soon for sure. I've heard good things from Sophia. And Rydell's movies. We'll be walking on the red carpet every premiere night. Even if we're not part of the cast, we'll crash the place. Louise is definitely gonna be so successful with Mike next to her. They're gonna be a power duo. And then I see you and Nicole becoming huge piano stars together. You better invite me to all your performances or else. And me, who knows? Maybe this baking thing will take off, or maybe I'll discover something else. We'll see. Well, whatever that might be. I don't want to be left behind now. So I'll run with you guys. I'm going to join you there, in the light. We'll do this together, okay? Until then. How do I stop this? Stop button, I can't.
And that's Until Then, folks. Honestly, one of the best story-driven indie games. Wait a minute. Yeah, I get it. Boo-hoo. Kathy's dead. Mark's mom is gone. I cried myself to sleep thinking about that. Like, what the heck is all of this? The hospital, Mark hallucinating his mom, and her telling him not to give up. Oh, and the disappearances too. What the heck happened to Jessica? I was just gonna forget all about it. Well, there is more to this story. But before we speak about it, let's talk about this first part we experienced. From literally the first chapter of the game, Until Then foreshadows a lot of the events that's going to happen. A really big one is Kath's death. They talk about butterflies and how she wears a butterfly hair clip at the end. And the more obvious one is this scene. When Mark reaches out his hand to Kath to catch it, he is too late. This also happens at the end when Mark is about to catch her but couldn't. The game uses a lot of these symbolism to foreshadow future scenes and also give depth to the characters. Like the part where a random stranger on the internet was talking to him about how empty he feels and how life feels meaningless. Mark's story is a story about letting go of the past and overcoming all of your traumas. Sadly, even though he overcome Maria's disappearing, he got another trauma with Kath's death. This story is also a story about forgiving yourself. I mean, it's very clear that the story Maria told him about the champorado she made him that when spoiled was a metaphor for him to forgive himself and not to be too hard on himself. But what is Mark trying to forgive? As far as we know, there is nothing really he did wrong. There is, but I will talk about that part later. But other than that, does he blame himself for his mom's disappearance? Because maybe he was born and she had to go abroad to provide for him? But from his dialogue, we don't really get that. Sure, he says he's not worth it, but that's not a clear indication of his self-hatred. There must be more to the story. But yes, Mark does feel regret in one thing though, Kath. He didn't pay much attention to her. The sharpened tip they had should have been a clear indication that she is hiding something from him. Her wanting to wear long sleeve clothes and all of that. Mark, well, he did ask a bit, but he wasn't insisting on knowing, which resulted in Kath being all alone after Mark and Rydell had their own thing to take care of. Abusive parents. Her scars at first, I thought they were self-made, but they're not. It's more logical to say that they are the one doing that to her. Her life is a mess. Not only that, her parents make her life a living hell, but the only escape from it, which was her best friends, were very busy with other stuff. And she basically has nothing. She wants to do something of her own, something that is not directed by her parents, so she tries to pick up anything that comes to mind, to be like Mark and Rydell, to find her own thing, but it's hard when your every move is being micromanaged by these type of people. She finds comfort in Sophia, but that is short-lived too. Kath probably has the saddest life in this game. Not only she lived through hell, but she also died without getting out of it. Mark and Rydell was too late to know any of it. By this point though, there is too much loose ends. We know much about our characters, but nothing about the world. What are the quantum tsunamis? Why did the ruling happen? And what happened to Jake and Maria? And that's why we have to go back. Look at all of these amazing voice actors. Please go check them out. They are amazing, and I don't think I would have uploaded the video without, these scenes in the video. What I'm doing right now is no script, just me just talking. But seriously, if the voice actors are watching this, thank you a lot. I am happy and I'm proud of all of you. And I hope that you reach all of your dreams that you aspire to reach. If you don't know, most of these voice actors are up and coming. They are still trying to put their foot in, except, I think you already guessed it. It's Nicole's voice actor. She's amazing. She did absolutely phenomenally. Like, seriously. Please go check them out.